we have a fun cook today. We are doing a brisket. So we're gonna do the 4, 2, 10 method today. So we're gonna do 4 hours at 250, 2 hours at 285, and then 10 hours at 150. So 4, 2, 10. Oh, as you can see, quite the fat cap. Once again, we're gonna put fat cap down. There we go. All right. All right, we are at the end of our 6 hours. So 4 hours, once again, 4 hours at 250, 2 hours at about 280. I'm seeing I'm closer to almost 300 now, so the temperature has crept up. Now, if you're watching and you're a big continuity fan, you might notice perhaps something different. Well, okay, what's the different? First of all, let's take a look at this brisket and see how it's doing after 6 hours. Amazing. Looks just amazing. A little thin here, but overall, fantastic. Ready for the next step on the journey. Now, if you ever watch the Matrix movies and you get the surprise in one of them where it says, I've actually done this 3 or 4 times.
But rest assured, this will be the 6th time we have destroyed it, and we have become exceedingly efficient at it.
This is actually my 3rd brisket that I've tried with this approach. The second one, which is mostly what you've been seeing on camera, the prep and all that stuff, it caught on fire at 4 o'clock in the morning. I came out, I turned the temperature on a little bit. You know, it was down about 250, I wanted it up to 300. I opened the vent a notch too high. I came out in about an hour and there's flames shooting out of the top of the Kamado. Never good. And the Kamado had gone to like 800 degrees, crazy, so be careful. And I had a big chunk of coal. There it is, there's a picture of the big chunk of coal. So this is the 3rd brisket. It's like a Monty Python skit, but we nailed it this time. So anyway, a little bit of continuity. Let's take this finally to the next step. I've never been this far in this cook. So again, it's like a Matrix episode. So let's get this brisket off the base here. Now I cooked it, fat cap down to protect it, and it's done an amazing job. It's already wiggly. Let's get this in to our cart here. Check that out. And again, we're not done by any stretch of the imagination. That's where we are at this point in time. Now, it goes for a 10-hour rest at 150. So let's get going and getting that prepped. All right, I have cut 2 pieces, equal length here, just so we can overlap, and we're gonna do some wrapping. Now onto this butcher paper, I'm going to take, remember we made some of our tallow from the cook. Let's take a look and see how that turned out. Very nice clean white tallow made from the fat from the brisket. So I'm gonna put a bit of that on the brisket paper. Very nice, pure tallow made here, no need to buy it. You can, of course, buy it, and many great places will sell it. There we go. Now, we're also gonna put some of this tallow onto our brisket. And remember, if you're hoping that it's the tallow that's gonna make the brisket juicy, that's not gonna be the case. As Jerby says, throwing tallow on your brisket, that doesn't work. Now, you know, a little bit of tallow is good, but, you know, listen, your objective here is not to turn a dry brisket into a good brisket. That is not the cheat here. It's just adding that extra fat on top. All right, let's get this wrapped. And you tuck this in nice and tight all the way around. And fold this one in like this. And fold this end in. It's like wrapping a present. It's a brisket present. I'm gonna tuck these in like this. Do a bit of a wrap. There we go. Take this part, tuck that in under here. Now that is going to cook now for 10 hours at 150. All right, it's been 10, 11, actually it's out closer to 12 hours, plus it's been an hour of resting. My brisket is done. I'm calling this now the Matrix brisket, because this is the 3rd time I've done this, and now I'm getting exceedingly good. Well, let's see.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back.
That's a bit ahead of myself. But anyway, I put it in this tray, put a little bit of water in here. So let's get it out of here, and let's see what we've got. Time for the big reveal. We're gonna see it together. Looking good, looking good. A little wet here from being in and a little dry, but that's perfect. All right, and we're gonna get to cutting now. All right, and I have my Dale Strom knife ready to cut, perfect for this. Now, I've been watching Jerby. If you watch Jerby's, I'll put a link into it. He's got a whole episode on how to cut a brisket. It's fantastic. I'm not gonna try and duplicate it here, but I'm gonna, in summary, you know, you get the lean, you get the point, This part here around the mohawk, probably some of the best, so I'm going to cut that a bit differently. So I'm going to follow the derby method, and one of the key lessons I learned about cutting like derby, where and how to cut. And when you've got this part, this lean part here, you're going to have some crunchy stuff because it's the thinner part. So you want to push out, because if you draw back, you're going to break the presentation a bit. So let's give that a try. Now he likes to turn it on a bit of an angle, and we're going to start here, and we're going to move in till it's straight, right around the mohawk, right around there. So we're going to start here and finish out. There we go, finishing this one, perfect. Oh, see, I pulled it the wrong way there, see? Broke it. Okay, good example. Oh, hello, Ziggy dog. Beautiful. And one more cut. There we go. All right, let's take a look. Falling apart. You're nice, you're nice. It is not a derby brisket. Still learning, but it smells pretty amazing. There we go. Check that out. And then we're going to turn this one this way. And this part here is going to be our first cut. There we go. Now, that's a big cut. Let's cut this again. Oh yeah. Look at that, falling apart. A little too falling apart actually, but that's all right. Delicious. Juices are in there. Nice smoke ring. All right, well, bon appetit. That is the Matrix brisket cut. I'm clearly not quite there yet. I'd love this to be cutting a little bit better. Got a little crispy stuff on the bottom, but that's from the Kamado. I'll try smoking it next time and see if we have that same issue. But otherwise, oh, Ziggy wants some apparently. You can hear him in the background. Give some to Ziggy dog. Here. Oh, Ziggy approves. All right, we get a Ziggy doggo approved. Anyway, make this brisket. It takes a lot of time and investment. It was fun to do on the Kamado for 3 times. Keep practicing brisket. It takes a while. Like, it's a simple product. It's a simple cook in one way, but in another way, it takes a lot of practice to get this right. So I'm up for the challenge, and we'll learn together. So anyway, bon appetit.
You have to let it all go, Neo. Fear, doubt, and disbelief. Free your mind.